I'm Rafaelita Aldaba, an Undersecretary of the Department of Trade and Industry, Philippines. And I'm pleased to share with you the current state of the Philippine startup ecosystem. The Philippines has a young and growing startup ecosystem that we continue to nurture as we implement our innovation-centered and science and technology-based industrial policy known as Inclusive Innovation Industrial Strategy, or I3S. Our new industrial policy aims to grow globally competitive and innovative industries by focusing on the following strategic actions: embracing Industry 4.0 technologies, upskilling and reskilling the workforce, bridging the gaps in our innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem, ensuring ease of doing business, integrating our production systems, and more importantly, developing innovative MSMEs and startups. We are building regional inclusive innovation centers to connect startups with government agencies and the business sector and accelerate the commercialization of their products and services. These innovation centers serve as venues for design thinking workshops, along with networking and engagement with the academe and industry. The Philippine startup ecosystem is composed of a young, energetic, tech-savvy population brimming with potential, a vibrant community of highly skilled and innovative individuals. The ecosystem is composed of over 700 startups, over 35 incubators and accelerators, more than 50 angel investors, more than 200 co-working spaces, and more than 40 venture capitalists. Manila, our capital, is in the top 100 emerging ecosystems in the world, top 20 global ecosystem in affordable talent, and top 20 bang for buck among Asian ecosystems. As 99.5% of businesses in the Philippines are considered MSMEs, many of our startups have found substantial opportunities for MSME innovation. 35% of the local startups are engaged in digital services, followed closely by fintech and e-commerce. Being a young ecosystem, majority of local startups are in the seed level funding stage. Fintech, e-commerce, and logistics startups are the major strengths of our ecosystem. At the height of the COVID pandemic, we have seen significant expansion in these sectors. This augurs well for the growth of the Philippine digital economy, which is expected to reach $40 billion by 2025, providing great opportunities for Filipino startups. The government has been focusing on building a robust startup ecosystem through the legislation of policies such as the Ease of Doing Business Act, which streamlined government processes, systems, and procedures. The revised Corporation Code now allows the incorporation of one-person corporations. The Innovative Startup Act and Philippine Innovation Act provide funding to support innovation and the implementation of the Philippine Startup Development Programs. We work closely with other government agencies to harmonize and align our startup policies and programs and ensure that we are able to address the needs of startups at every stage in their development life cycle. As a young ecosystem, we are facing a lot of challenges, but our vision is clear: to make the Philippine tech startup ecosystem an engine of economic recovery, inclusive growth, and job creation. To realize this, we keep our focus on, first, growing the number of startups in the country through a larger, more coordinated ecosystem and promotion of technology entrepreneurship. Second, increasing early stage funding by attracting more private angels and angel investors in the Philippines, and the implementation of startup venture fund programs to support early stage financing. Third, building quality startups by strengthening founder know-how, deepening market reach, and increasing talent quality. Lastly, expanding global connectedness by engaging with partners as we connect the Philippine startup ecosystem with other regional and global ecosystems. The Department of Trade and Industry has just launched 3 incubation and acceleration programs that address specific startup concerns. The Startup Idea and Advanced programs are designed to help early-stage startups grow towards bringing their products to the market. The Global Acceleration Program immerses Philippine startups in the global ecosystem to enable them to pursue global business development, fundraising, and other strategic opportunities. The DTI and the National Development Company are also implementing a startup venture fund program together with venture capitalists and other co-investment partners. Through the iLeap program, we partner with other government agencies and the private sector to provide opportunities and assistance to startups and startup enablers in participating in local and international startup events. Leveraging on our network of traditional businesses, we also implement the Smart Link program to connect traditional MSMEs and large enterprises with startups that can provide digital solutions for their operations. The Department of Science and Technology spearheads a number of programs to help startups overcome R&D roadblocks, provide access to technology and early-stage funding through the Startup Grant Fund and Women Helping Women Innovating Social Enterprise programs. To ensure sustainable flow of ideas, innovation, and talent, the DOST is also implementing the Technology Business Incubation Program and Higher Education Institution Readiness for Innovation and Technopreneurship Program. To further expand and strengthen the startup ecosystems across the country, the DOST created the Regional Startup Enablers for Ecosystem Development. The Department of Information and Communications Technology is currently developing our Startup Central Portal containing information on government processes, grants, and programs for startups. To help foster a culture of innovation and build an entrepreneurial mindset, the DICT is building innovation studios. These are laboratory studios equipped with advanced hardware and software and co-working space. DICT is also leading the Innovation Network, an initiative to establish networks of innovators across the country. To continue to inspire innovation and foster collaboration, we hold an annual Philippine Startup Week, which is the country's biggest startup and innovation conference. It is a collaborative initiative by the government and the private sector to celebrate and showcase the Filipino startup community. The Philippines is home to a great pool of creative talents. Our startup ecosystem is relatively young. As we have seen recently in the country, startups have emerged as key drivers of economic recovery and catalysts for disruptive innovation. With innovation and collaboration, the Philippines can definitely rise as a top startup destination. Thank you, and we look forward to collaborating with all of you. Mabuhay!